Hi Gemini, welcome to Stormy Goat Tarot. My name is Kat. Thank you so much for tuning in to your general monthly reading for the month of October 2021. Now keep in mind that just because this video is designated for that date does not absolutely mean that it has to resonate during that time frame. If you're guided to watch this video in the future and again, feel so called to it, feel free to stick around. Dates, times, and age are nothing but numbers here, so there still could be something in this message for you. And as such, these are going to be extremely general readings. So there are going to be details and parts of the story that don't line up with your own specific situation. And that's perfectly normal and okay. Just apply what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that part of the message. Some of this may apply to you, all of it may apply to you, and also none of it may apply to you. And again, that's perfectly normal and okay. Should nothing resonate or if there are gaps in the story, feel free to check out any of my other monthly sign videos for any of your other placements or houses or any transits that are going on. And if you're unfamiliar with any of that regarding your own chart, I've included a free natal chart calculator in the description box below so that you have that to reference for yourself. And we're just going to get right to getting with Gemini. Geminis, I feel like you've definitely been making good use of the energies that we've been dealing with thus far in October. Feel like whatever's been going on as far as any mental work, any connections, any of that kind of stuff, you've been really kind of making do and kind of working with it as your fabulous selves do. So I'm just going to get an animal spirit wisdom card, or cards, I should say, about 2 to 3, kind of getting the energy in or around you, just to see what you might be dealing with, because I'm getting very productive, very, very, I don't want to say task-oriented, but it's a very dharmic kind of energy, very much meditative, yes, but also bringing what's coming through in meditation and applying it to how you move through life, which is beautiful, Gemini. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So what's going on with my Geminis for October 2021? What is going on with Gemini? What's going on with my Geminis? October 2021. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. A beautiful use of information is kind of a description of what I was feeling that came to me. Apply how that resonates. You guys are the mentally agile sign of connection, the sign of connectivity. We have Otter, initiations, be open through this transitional time. And I feel like you have been. There's also, like as we see with this Otter kind of moving through the water here, very intuitive, very guided by yourself, while also kind of making sense of the world around you and the input that you might be receiving as well in the physical world. It's a beautiful marriage of the two things, of spirit and the physical plane. Alrighty. What are my Geminis dealing with? Okay. We have Dolphin, Atlantis, healing wisdom is surfacing, stop and listen. Very, very watery, very, very intuitive Gemini. And I know sometimes Gemini has kind of the, I don't want to say bad reputation, it's perfectly apt at times, especially when Gemini is kind of in shadow. There is kind of a tendency to act or think first and feel later. But I feel like you've definitely taken the call to slow down to heart. Any other cards for my Geminis? And it's only helped you. It's only helped you become more whole, to bring yourself into balance. Any other cards for my Geminis? We have 2 here. We have Sloth, Digital Detox. Ooh, that for Geminis could have been hard. And then Peacock, Self-Love. Time to celebrate you and all of your magnificent light. Yes. Yes, it is, Gemini. You guys are so special in the sense that you see the specialness in most, if not all, things, people, experiences. You're so adventurous. And I feel like you're really getting the message of how such input affects you. You're understanding the value in searching, in getting exposure to all different kinds of experiences, all different kinds of things. But you're also understanding how not everything is for you. And that's okay. That's all right. Bottom of the deck, we have Raven, Wise Woman, a change is coming. Yes, and I feel like there's definitely a lot of preparation as far as that. And I'm filming this the day before the full moon in Aries, and there is definitely that kind of feeling in the air of just like a quiet before the storm, which, I mean, whenever we're dealing with Aries, we're dealing with initiations, we're dealing with change, we're dealing with that initiative spark. So it doesn't surprise me, but I feel like you are gearing up for this change. You've been preparing. Let's get into the tarot of it all. Righty. Please bring forth messages of truth, healing, and love for my Geminis. Regarding love, life, and career, please show me clearly. Please bring forth messages of truth, healing, and love for my Geminis. Forgot to mention I'm using the Healing Light Tarot for you as the main deck. And I'll be clarifying with Universal Weight. Old Trusty. Please bring forth messages for my Geminis and messages they do have. 2 of Cups, union, soul union, bringing things together for yourself, making connections make sense and feel right to you, Gemini. I feel like you definitely are understanding, like I said, just how some connections are for you and others aren't, and that's perfectly okay. And you're understanding how all those different elements can exist in the world all at once. It's not about proving others right or wrong. It's about coexisting and seeing the value. It's funny, I'm noticing the swans in this card for the first time. I'm not sure if you can see that, but on either side of this couple here, there are swans. And I'm thinking of the myth surrounding Gemini, of the mortal and immortal twins, Castor and Pollux, and I'm blanking on the other set of twins' names. But very good, Gemini. You are showing up. There are elements of you here. For the first row, we've got the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and 7 of Swords. Okay. Unconventional approach. All right. Second row, we have 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and the Hierophant. Third row, we have the Chariot, 3 of Wands, and 5 of Wands. Okay. There are just doubles and synchronicities all over this, aren't there? With another synchronicity with the 2-2, the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. You fermented experience into wisdom. Your wisdom. And sure, it may have been surrounding boundaries, yes, and it is about creating kind of a process, a procedure to when you're exposing yourself to new experiences or experimenting with new things. knowing how far you're willing to go for those experiences, and also how close you're willing to let something into your life. So it has been a learning process, but I feel like you're seeing the lesson. You really, really are. And like I said, there are just synchronicities all over the place. We have 2-2 with the Two of Cups and the High Priestess. We have 4-4 with the Four of Wands and the Four of Cups. We have 2 sevens here, Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. We have 2 threes, Three of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Fives with the Five of Wands and the Hierophant here. It's been a part of your growth process. It's been a part of your path. Because I'm seeing that maybe in the past there was a rejoice, there was a celebration of just anything and everything that you could bring into your life. And I'm not saying that this did you wrong or bringing any of those things into your life was detrimental to you in any way. But I feel like you are sitting in an energy where you understand that you want to be more conscientious of what you have in your life. Because what if, like this cup here, what if this is what you were truly meant to have all along, but you already put so much time into collecting these experiences here? You're differentiating, you're discerning. Seven of Swords in the outgoing energy is interesting. You may be moving forward in a way that you never would have thought, or thought that you wouldn't, by doing things that you never would have done, thinking things or thinking in a way that you hadn't done. And it's because you're learning, Gemini, I feel. Let's see here. There's a desire to collaborate. It's all been kind of for working with others, working with other like-minded people. Maybe the whole sense of exposure and of seeking these other experiences, seeking things to do, seeking connection was about finding like-minded people. But I feel now you're more at peace. You've set up the boundaries for what you're willing to put up with, who you're willing to work with, and who you're not. And I feel like there's a contentedness in allowing these people to just be guided to you. I feel also a sense of mentorship with this Hierophant here. Maybe you have been reaching out for spiritual guidance, or there's a counselor, a spiritual advisor in your life that you've sought attention and direction from. This is interesting. The second row energy is very, very interesting. And you desire to come from this place of balance in order to expand, with this Chariot leading to this Three of Wands and the sitting energy. You're ready to expand. You want to explore. You want to open up. You want to do wondrous things. I'm also being met with adversity on that. And this could be, especially if we're talking about like physical expansion, like if you are wanting or having a desire to travel, if you want to have those kind of like roving experiences where you are going from place to place, depending on your destination and just what part of the world you're in and what your goals are, this definitely could be COVID restrictions or restrictions towards travel. Again, depending on what your situation is and what this is. But I am kind of getting met with a roadblock, but understanding that this can be negotiated. It's not a condemning thing. It's not a roadblock that's just going to exist forever. I feel like this is something that can be worked through. But we'll clarify on that. We will. Let's, again, using universal weight to clarify. I'm most curious about this Seven of Swords and the energy moving forward. Let's see what this is. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels, so very much. I'm truly grateful for all of the messages received thus far. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords from your Geminis and the energy moving forward regarding love life and career. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords and the energy moving forward. Six of Cups, nostalgia, looking back on old approaches. Okay. Being reminded of prior approaches. The Empress. A desire to create. To put these ideas, this unconventionalism, this need for thinking outside the box, to put that into the physical world and to implement it, turning it into something real. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords here, Spirit, and the outgoing energy for my Geminis. Interesting. We have the Page of Swords and the Fool in reverse. With the Star in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Understanding what you need to do in order to make a dream real. To not give into kind of reckless abandon. Fighting kind of the need to go wherever the wind may take you. Four of Cups has been an element that's been appearing for a lot of the signs across a lot of different sign videos. And it's been really kind of a message of knowing how to be conservative with your energy, of not completely closing yourself off, but remaining open enough and establishing your boundaries enough to allow those new experiences in without them touching you, without letting anything that's not yours, that any emotions or intentions that aren't yours, good or bad, to keep that from reaching you. Star in reverse here tells me to know what dreams are too good to be true. To be conscientious and to be smart. And I can see that too, even with the Seven of Swords here. With this fox that's kind of depicted down here. Foxes to me are about utilizing wit, about using cleverness as a tool for you. Foxes are also opportunistic predators. They have to evaluate, okay, what can I take on and take down as prey, and what isn't worth the fight? What could harm me? So it's kind of using that kind of strategy, that kind of thinking in that sense. Yes, I know Seven of Swords talks about lying, it talks about stealing, it talks about all that. I'm not feeling this here. I'm not feeling disingenuity or anything like that. I'm seeing that you just need to kind of think outside of the box, being unconventional. Second row to me talks specifically about the relationships in your life, romantic and otherwise, and how just in general you're connecting with people and the people in your life. And there's a desire for collaboration. That might be where, like I said, this desire to go all over the place and just kind of collect experiences comes from, is you were looking for like-minded people. And it might just be, I'm not saying that you didn't meet a lot of really, really cool people along your way or across your journey, but I think even you are contemplating and kind of understanding now, it's like, no, I want to experience things that bring me towards these people. Not exactly like having everything be kind of a crapshoot. If we are talking about a romantic relationship, I feel like some rules had to be drawn up. Regardless of what may have happened, maybe it was a positive experience, maybe it was a negative experience, maybe a little bit of both. But I feel like definitely there was an evaluation process, a mapping out, a collaboration together of, okay, what can we do to ease this? What can we do in order to put each other at ease? How can we bring this back into balance? What boundaries can we set so that neither one of us feel hurt or feel slighted, or there's a working together. Like I said, it's not exactly bad. It's very mature, actually. And I feel like the Hierophant is definitely kind of hearkening or kind of referencing this kind of maturity, that a lesson is being learned. Hierophant can talk about, because that's kind of the cornerstone of if you were to deepen or make your relationship more serious. Hierophant in love or romantic situations can denote a marriage. It can indicate that or show that in the upcoming future. If that applies to you, if that's a part of your story, you'll know. I'm curious about that though, because I really am kind of getting more of a guide or a mentor, like working with an advisor, a counselor, or just someone that you look up to in that sense. So let's clarify this Hierophant. There's a need for commitment to trust. I was going to say commitment and trust, but it came out commitment to trust. Being on the same page as someone. Tell me more about the Hierophant and the energy moving forward for my Geminis. Tell me more about the Hierophant and the outgoing energy for my Geminis. Regarding love, life, and career. Please show me clearly. Come here. Tell me more about the Hierophants. Three of Swords in reverse. Tell me more about the Hierophant in reverse. Or, wow, Hierophant isn't in reverse. It's not. Tell me more about the Hierophant for my Geminis. Regarding love, life, and career and the energy moving forward, please. Spirit, show me clearly. Right. We then have the Two of Wands in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the High Priestess. Bottom of the deck, we have King of Cups. Being mindful of having an understanding of what energies, what presences, what people in your life don't mean the best for you. It's funny. I feel like you're seeing aspects of yourself, or someone else may be opening up this in you and guiding you in this process. I feel like you're seeing ways that maybe you've been untrustworthy, areas where you're not committing or making that commitment in your life, ways that you're not manifesting responsibly or effectively what you want to bring into your life. It's having that reflection, taking the time to see. And also understanding how this makes you emotionally mature by speaking and communing with someone who is in that state. Like I said, I feel like this could be like an older figure or someone older in your life, not necessarily male, even though we do have the Hierophant, which is the archetypal male mentor or teacher. This is very spiritual, though. There's a lot of really, really good growth here. Because we do have the two spiritual teachers here, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. So I feel like this could be a union between you and a like-minded person, romantically or otherwise, where it's just squaring away this stuff for yourself or for your relationship, for yourselves. Again, if we're talking romantic relationships here. You could be dealing with someone with a water sign placement, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, specifically Pisces with this High Priestess card here. Someone's invited you to be patient and it's paid off. Awesome stuff, Gemini. Awesome. Alrighty. Alrighty, I feel like we're bringing things into balance with the Chariot here in order to expand with the Three of Wands. What's the conflict that we're hitting? What's the snag that we're hitting with the Five of Wands here? What's pushing back against this? Because we begin with the Four of Wands and then end with the Five of Wands. So where's the competition? Where are things just being taken too far? Tell me more about the Five of Wands here. Almost said Five of Cups. That's not what that is. Tell me more about the Five of Wands here in the outgoing energy, please, Spirit. Thank you for all your beautiful messages so far. Very grateful for them all. Tell me more about the Five of Wands and the energy moving forward for my Geminis, please. Four of Pentacles, hanging on. Hanging on to old rules is something specifically that I got. Some kind of thing or preconceived notion. Knight of Wands, being held back. Ooh. And Two of Pentacles in reverse. All right. And this is the roadblock. This is the physical roadblock here. Because there have been very few pentacles in this story, except for the Three of Pentacles here, which, like I said, it was about kind of bringing the wisdom and bringing your ideas into tangible effect, into bringing what you're experiencing internally, spiritually, mentally, into the physical. Bringing and like I said, fermenting what you're experiencing mentally into practice. Living your wisdom. This is kind of just the no, you can't do that. How are you going to do that? What's the plan in place? What are you going to do? Five of Wands could definitely be kind of the peanut gallery in your life, if you know what I mean. The influences in your life that aren't as productive, that aren't as proactive. It's the growing pain. It's the challenge not only from outside sources and maybe even, because I say this as if people don't know what they're talking about. Everyone has a voice, everybody has an opinion, and maybe they're right. And that's kind of the confrontation, maybe in a spiritual sense. Maybe it's the test from spirit. Are you really going to put your money where your mouth is? Are you really going to move forward with these boundaries? Can you use them when confronted, or are you just going to fold? Are you just going to hold on to and revert back to old ways? Can you really change? Can you? Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. Best person to answer that is you. And the person who can make that happen is you. And you'll be tested, Gemini. I can say that for sure. Whenever you put the boundaries, the fences up, there are going to be people who want to take a look, that maybe want to push their luck. Maybe because they're curious, maybe for the hell of it. It varies and it depends. And you can handle it however you want to, but they're your boundaries. It's your wisdom. It's what you've discovered. And it seems like you're trying to build it with people who are in alignment with you. You're being more conscientious of who you're bringing in, who you're ushering in. Proud of you, Gemini. There's a lot of maturity here. As such, let's get some guidance out for you. Going to be using the Priestess of Light Oracle deck for guidance right now. What messages of wisdom, healing, and guidance are available to my Geminis, please? Any messages of wisdom, healing, and guidance for my Geminis regarding this spread, please? Any messages of wisdom, healing, and guidance for my Geminis, please? Please show me clearly. Okay. We have the divine feminine, magnetic, receptive power. The people who are for you hear you and will come to you. Another 7. Reading's all about boundaries, putting in place healthy boundaries. I know that you like to fly through the air, Gemini, and just kind of be everybody's friend. But you know that not everybody's for you at this time. I don't need to tell you that. And you know it. Like, you've done work. Good job. Here we have balance, stability, standing firm. There you are in your power. With river of blessings, releasing constraints. If you have anyone telling you, no, you can't, or you can't do that, there's no way that, like, what are you even thinking? What are you talking about? Meet them with love, meet them with kindness, Gemini. Know who you can release, though. Some of these constraints, yeah, they might look like rules, they might look like regulation, they might look like things that the world at large is impressing on you. But the harder ones to distinguish are ones that come in the form of people, of friends. Knowing how and who to release. Bottom of the deck, we have idyllic times, the garden and paradise. And I feel like you're constructing that for yourself, Gemini, knowing who, what, and what to put your time into. Sowing the seeds for your own Eden. That you're the artist for your own ideal, your own idyllic time. All right, Gemini, that's all that I have for you today. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. Thank you again so much for watching. And if you feel so called, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below how this resonated for you. I'd really like to hear that and connect with you, even if it's just to say hi. I do enjoy hearing from you. Feel free to check out this channel's second home on Instagram for daily affirmations, additional content, as well as updates on how to book a personal reading with me. I'm not currently accepting personal reading requests at this time, but that will change, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you in my next video. To the light and the shadows cast, guys. Take care.